Welcome to Season 2 of Solopreneur Success Strategies. This is Jane Gardner, and we are going to be talking about home business startup. And we're going to be talking about starting, running, and growing your own home business, whether offline or on. Monday is all about mindset, of course. Tuesday is all about starting a home biz. Wednesday is about selling, sales, and your customer. Thursday is going to be about running your home biz, and Friday will be growing your home business. Saturday is all about putting systems in your business, and Sunday is all about strategy. So subscribe to this daily podcast to help you start, run, and grow your home biz. For more information, go to bo8hb.com. Hello, this is Jane Gardner, and welcome again to Mindset Monday. We're going to be talking about the mindset of the entrepreneur today, and we're going to be talking about risk-taking for an entrepreneur. There's a myth out there that you have to be a risk-taker in order to be an entrepreneur, and there's a certain way to consider risk-taking when you were talking about being an entrepreneur. We've all heard the old saying, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Like most sayings, there's a strong element of truth in those words. At the risk of following one old saying with another, without risk there is not and cannot be any reward. There's an element of chance inherent in every venture, and unless that chance is recognized and faced, the venture will never become reality. So this is sort of also the same as what I was usually say is that imperfect action is better than no action, because of course without any action, there's no progress. So in terms of risk-taking, let's have a look at that. That being said, there are people who are natural risk-takers as well as people who are very risk-averse. The key to success when it comes to risk-taking is understanding what type of person you are and how this personality trait can affect your business when it comes to dealing with risk. It's important to keep in mind that the secret of success when it comes to business risk is mitigating potential damage in favor of potential gain. So, for example, in our business for the engineering, we could have at some point actually considered having another engineer in the company that would expand our market, maybe expand our business. But there's an inherent risk to having someone that you don't know as your employee, as you all know. There's good employees and there's bad employees. And in the end, I think we just made the choice that we wouldn't have another engineer in the business because, one, we didn't want to expand as much as we thought in terms of business. There's a limit to how much business one engineer can do. And two, it's a matter of incredible trust and belief in the other engineer in order to have them as an employee in your company or as a partner in your company or any such thing. So in the end, the risk of bringing someone on into the business who might potentially actually increase the business, but at the same time may actually bring more risk to the business, the risk overruled the potential growth. So when faced with a situation that offers reward and risk, the key is to coolly and impartially assess the potential positive and negative outcomes, which of course we did with our company, and decide accordingly. So we made the decision that even though there's only so much work one engineer can do, that was how the company was going to stay, because the potential for risk was just too great in terms of expansion and adding more employee engineers into the business. So successful business people are sometimes seen as risk takers simply because they understand the danger in a situation better than anyone else involved. So while it appears that they are courting disaster, the reality is that the risks involved are managed so to control negative consequences. So I think to all of us, to my mind anyway, Elon Musk is an entrepreneur who is seen as a risk taker, and he has taken risks, but at the same time, I'm sure he's done it very methodically. Not many of us would start a space satellite program on our own without doing some research and just not taking it on faith that such a thing would be a success. In this way, the successful business person who takes a risk is very much like a professional tightrope walker. To the observer, it looks death-defying and perhaps frightening. To the performer, it is simply another day at the office. Because their skills, training, and preparation sufficiently offset the inherent risk to make the feat only appear to be remarkably dangerous. In your own business, don't be afraid to risk, but at the same time, don't take that risk lightly. Weigh your options carefully, and when you arrive at a prudent decision, move forward with confidence. And as I say in my philosophy, it's always be a reluctant entrepreneur. Always have the skills and knowledge behind you to know whether or not your decision that you're going to make will be one that will have potential for growth, and maybe it has some risk to it, but at least you have the knowledge to know that you can move forward with that decision. This is Jane Gardner, and we'll talk to you next week. Well, I hope that will give you some ideas to implement in your own business. And if you want more, go to boahb.com and subscribe.